right here.
Yeah.
Videotaping.
Yeah, lots of things going on. Lots of technology. So do you like playing bad?
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I mean, anybody who's seen the first 3 seasons, or what is almost 3 seasons, it was a lot of, Hal pursuing Maggie, and that's a great thing to get to do. I'm not complaining at all that I get to work with this one right here. But it was definitely fun to get to walk that dark side, have that arc.
Yeah.
It culminates with taking your dad hostage. That was fun.
I liked Evil Hal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked Evil.
What was some interesting little things he did to kind of prep for Evil Hal, or any kind of fun stories that accompanied his evilness? I mean, you didn't grow a goatee. That's a good sign of being evil.
You know something's coming with that facial hair.
I know, yeah.
And the goatee pattern.
Exactly.
You'd have to ask Drew that, but I noticed him just get a lot colder. Being a little standoffish. Yeah, I saw the facial hair happening, and he went from not being able to walk to having his typical cool swagger. He did such a great job at developing all those intricacies. It was so subtle. It could have been over the top. When I first read the script, I went to Drew and I said, "Are you ready for this, man? This is a great opportunity for you." But in my mind, I'm thinking, "You better nail this."
It was so funny. So many of you came up and said that. Sort of like, how do you feel about this? Are you okay? And I read it and I thought, oh my god. I'm talking to myself in the mirror.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
But it was fun to figure it out.
Well, Maggie, it feels like with the character that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the pendulum always seems sort of poised to kind of swing back towards this edgier, fatter side. She's been taken in by a family, in a good situation, but also has a lot of crap in her background. Do you want to see that swing back to sort of the darker stuff for your character?
Yeah, and you do see that happen. I can't say too much, but I thought it was cool to do the full circle when she's introduced. She's living in that dark place entirely, then her heart opens, and then the audience is with her when it closes again. They know exactly why. They probably will feel exactly the same way, and it just keeps it real. To work for a human being who never forget our past, and when you come from darkness, it's easier to revert back.
Do you think there's some resentment from Maggie to Hal, where Hal leaves Maggie behind in the picket line, and when they go,
I was so upset. Are you kidding me? Actually, in the original script, they had me riding out to meet them and sort of saving the day. And then they decided, no, we gotta keep this Amazing Boys episode, which I totally understand. But when they were riding off, man, I was heartbroken.
Hal doesn't seem too heartbroken.
I think he's just embarrassed. After everything that happened, I've always tried to play Hal like he can do anything. Even when things slip up, he tries to cover, and he's just a very confident guy. So the fact that he was completely taken over by someone, unbeknownst to him, I think there is a bit of shame involved in that. And then the fact that he took his father hostage, that was a sin against his own family. And I think that he's putting on the front of, oh babe, I'm so sorry I gotta leave, but inside he just needs a breather to be just with the family, and I think when I was playing that moment, I played it as if I may never see her again, because we're taking off possibly to never come back. We're not very welcomed in Charleston right now, between Tom being bugged at one point, Ben being half alien with the harness and whatnot, and now I had this happen. Well, the Masons lost a little of their charm.
Yeah. Do you think that Hal finally understands what Ben was going through now?
I think he does. Connor and I have actually replaced Ben. We kind of joke about the fact that we never had any scenes together. Like, this would have been a great time for Hal to say, hey, Ben, there's a couple things going on here, why don't we talk about them? But I think it's actually truer to the fact that they wouldn't have. Going back to what I was saying a second ago, Hal's very confident, and to go to his younger brother, that's a little tough for him. so it was an interesting thing to get to just tail off that deep end. His dad's the president of the United States, of the new United States and everything. So he was able to sort of spiral out of control without anybody knowing except for her, who was trying to avoid the truth, I think, as much as Hal was. Because it was a bad situation.
I think too, Maggie understands why he needs to spend time with his family. They have a lot to sort out, the same way that Hal needs his space. Maggie knows so much has happened that it might be best that he takes off too. But yeah, it was a tough one.
I think we have a lot of trust between each other, unspoken trust, because we came together in such an odd way that we almost resented each other in the beginning, and then slowly, through trust on the battlefield, found each other. And when you need to do something, you do it. When you need to do something, you let me do it.
Yeah, they're both such independent spirits who just found this bond, and they both respect, their purpose in life, at first and foremost. So neither of them are mushy, codependent romantics.
Do you think that your character's relationship can survive in this show's universe long term, or will they be doomed?
Question that will be addressed.
Yeah, I think it's based on need, though, and just circumstance, that we just are there for each other. I don't think there's expectation for the future. The future's bleak, no matter what, so there's none of that pressure in terms of what you would owe each other in a normal relationship. It's just who's there.
Isn't that sort of, that's a very kind of Maggie thing to say. That's sort of what her estimation might be. Whereas, like, Hal has that romantic side that might think, oh no, we can make a go of this,
Hal's argument was always that, look, we're fine apart, but together we're stronger. And I think until something comes up that makes that bond not make them be stronger, Hal's all for keeping them together. But there could be particular circumstances that would come up that a little bit of that trust would have a chink in it now. And when you're out there and putting your life on the line, it might not be the best to be caught up in that headspace. And something like that could possibly drive you apart.
Both of your characters have grown so much over the past 3 seasons. I'm just wondering, as you look forward now, congratulations on getting season 4, by the way, but as you look forward into that season, where do you see your characters further developing as you move forward?
Kind of coming off the tail end of that question, some things are addressed in this season that we were just telling the other table that we're quite excited to be able to figure out into the season what that actually means for our characters. One of the biggest, a solid cliffhanger this year involves a couple of us that sort of makes things, it shifts the perspective of things. And like I was saying, I'm really looking forward to how that's going to flesh itself out. Cool.
If you were as real people were to exist in this universe, who would you find yourself aligning with more? Sort of the kind of Pope camp. Would you kind of see the logic of the Mason, or would you kind of lean more towards like the Weaver dynamics, or someone else? Like, who would you find yourself gravitating towards?
I think I'd be a lot like Maggie. I know that's an easy answer, but someone who really goes deep within themselves and finds meaningful relationships and is wary of any system that's being created, but also respectful of the necessity of it and respectful of those who are taking positive leadership, doing whatever I can to make it happen, but always being 6 feet back, wondering if it's the right thing for me, and all kind of wanting my way out all the time. It would be so hard to stay completely committed to some new government where you're just like, what? What do you mean?
Yeah, it's a tough one. There's a little bit of me that might be like the Pickets last season, who would just go off the hills and just try to live on your own. I don't think I would ever resort to they weren't barbarians, but I wouldn't harm anyone else, but just kind of doing your own thing out in the middle of nowhere might be nice. But I think, more truthfully, I think I'd be more like Tom, because I would have a hard time with somebody telling me this is how things are going to be. Why don't you be a part of this group? I would have to step up and be that reluctant leader. I'd be like, nah, I'd rather be running the ship than following in his footsteps. So maybe that would be the case. Can't you see that? The new United States president.
Yeah, let's see it.
Who was your favorite guest star for the new season that either you worked on screen with or that was just there as a new character that you enjoyed?
I really enjoyed the presence of Robert Sean Leonard. I didn't get to work with him at all, but man, that guy's fun to have around on set. And he knows Noah from back in the day, Sweet. And so it was fun to see their dynamic with each other. And he's a funny, very dry, funny guy. And very genuine. I appreciated his addition to the cast.
I'll have to piggyback on that. Gloria Rubin is wonderful. It was nice to have a strong woman on the cast, obviously. She's just such a fantastic person and a great actor. Just so cool. She's got this cool vibe. So I really enjoyed having her around. And then, I don't know, Doug Jones, man. He wasn't a guest star, though. He's a new regular, so I was able to not. I mean, he's just the shining star of season 3.
Awesome. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.